Okay, folks, this is Rory Hopkins of Rolling Heights Gazette in Rolling Heights, California, reporting to you on the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee Rolling Unified School District. And just when you thought that they couldn't stoop any lower, they couldn't get any worse where it is, they just take it another notch. And if it were so sad, you could just laugh about it. That's how it's laughably bad. We have already outed Natalie Moreno, and you saw the documents on her where she made some scurrilous comments about yours truly right here, boo. And guess what? The district says, hey man, we don't know nothing about it, never ain't got a clue, And you saw the documents on the previous one. We can always get that to you. You want to request it, just roi881@yahoo.com, and we'll be only too happy to send you the Gazette and anything else you want. But here's the latest thing. Then we also went over Denise Jackman. For God's sake, she's out there. The document, she responded to the Gazette and says, hey, that I wrote Harry Peterson's swan song. We won't go over that. You saw the documents before, and we know that they ain't nothing but a lie. That's straight up lie. And Harry Peterson, I asked him, Harry, did I write that stuff for you? That's a lie. Okay, so we got that down. And these are the people on the bond oversight. They're in the school district. My God. And it just, it's like, hello. The Chinese, they say, booyah lian. Okay, ask your Chinese friend what that means out there. And then when you thought it couldn't get any worse, and also to let you know, and we don't know, it ain't over till it's over, that the call to have the Bond Oversight Committee taken down completely because of the school district's wanton failure to comply with California state law. And it's about you, folks. It's not about me. It's about, hey, truth and compliance with the laws for your benefits. And these bond oversight committees they're legendary as far as the corruption goes. Not only them, but the districts that form them. They're supposed to be independent, really? Okay, check that one out. But we move right on, and somebody call out the cracks of the woodwork here. Purportedly, Miss Kelly Denham. It's kind of hard to understand off the video. She came in the last minute, and you can see in the video, you just read what she says. And first she starts out and says, well, a man, or it was him, and then it was Mr. Humphreys, and some people did this, and it didn't go to the district. It was the same time as Natalie Moreno's. Oh my God, her sister, all at the same time. Yeah, and can't these people get together and get their story, their facts? Hey man, I'm going to tell this fabrication, and we'll make another fabrication, okay? And so that supposedly at Blandford, that I was asked to leave, etc. You can just look at, hello, people. Again, if it wasn't so pathetic, And when I said, and you'll see, I try to ask her, hey, you got some evidence there? I'd like to have some. Don't talk to me. You're not talking to me, okay? So, folks, it is what it is, And she said, but she never addressed the fact that the district has already said that Natalie Moreno, come on. These people, and supposedly, and this is per Brent of the Buzz, hey, it's the women's club against you, man. They're all over you. Whoa. I mean, that's another feature. And of course, the Buzz is what it is, what it has become. And I like to think, and I got the facts to back it up, that Buzz is a better place today, And I'm backing off on it because, sometimes, these people, when they start forming, as long as you have a person in there like Brent, wants to cop this thing, hey, man, you got to do war on the Buzz field. What the hell is that crap? You know what I'm saying here? Okay, hey, folks, enjoy the video. There's a lot coming because guess what we have right here? We're going to be sending to the district this little letter right here. It says, hey, man, here, this is page 1. Okay, the signature block on there. It says, hey, give me some facts about this Kelly person here. Saying, hey, this happened, and let's get the facts out. Okay? That's what it's all about. Truth and dignity. And you know, the Rolling Unified School District, if you've been watching this stuff, come on, folks. We're at 5 minutes. Gotta put a socket and let you get on with it. Okay, folks, keep the faith, truth, quality of character does count. Bye now.
Okay, it looks like we have a quorum now. We have 4 people.
It is.
Big jump.
And I'm worried because I can't make
No.
And then, as I was watching the game, I was reading, and I was like, yes, yes. Yeah, he's such a, you should be ready.
Which is different. Sometimes look with fire just to kind of just work off the tea, work off the because you have a good job.
Definition of quorum.
Here's the definition of quorum.
Okay, I'm calling the meeting to order at 6:32. Mr. Casterline, he's not here, he's on vacation. Mr. J is here. Ms. Jenny Stepford. I am here. Mr. Ornelas is not here yet, but is expected to be here. Ms. Yvette Homo. Ms. Wendy Zahn has already said that she's going to be a little late.
Yeah, she apologized. She had the school function. She put her
Her son.
son, so she'll be like half an hour late.
Mr. Flores is here. Mr. Aubrey is not. Ms. Rosanna,
Her birthday is here tonight.
excused. Mr. Marcos is here. And Ms. Wilson is sad. Would everybody rise for the flag salute, please? Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Did everybody get a chance to look over the agenda? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. Motion carries. Public comments. Remarks are limited to 3 minutes unless extended further or limited by the vote of the committee. A maximum of 20 minutes unless the committee extended by the committee is allocated for each subject discussed. Ordinarily, committee members will not respond to presentation and no action can be taken. However, the committee may give direction to the staff following the presentation. We have one person who'd like to speak, Mr. Roy Humphries.
Okay, thank you. And you all know that something that I'm very profoundly dedicated to, that is the quality of one's character. And we have a chairman of this committee who made some comments, public comments, and name of Natalie Moreno, stating that he, this is on the Buzz, and you can go check that out, Roy Humphries, has always had something negative to say about the Unified School District, which is a lie, okay? A group of us parents went to the district, and because he was filming elementary school students. Thank God we were able to get that stopped. Folks, where do we go from here? We go to it constitutes a Freedom of Information Act, but it's in the California style, to which I address to the district. I say, have you got any evidence, whatever the form is, that any issue like this occurred with me anywhere in the school district at any time, or anything similar to it? And their response was, there are no responsive records to your request. In other words, folks, it didn't happen. And therefore, I asked that unanimous consent to have this person expelled from the district and from this committee. And then we have none other than her cohort here, which once again, Denise Jackman should not have anything to do with this district, so forth, based on her statement to the Gazette that it is clear that the influence you have over Harry Peterson is strong, and that's why I nominated Natalie last night. And this was reference to the election process. And certainly we don't need another blind follow of yours on the board. And to include, she also went on and said that I sure hope that you got all the response you wanted from a letter you wrote for Harry. She's referring to his Swan Song 4 pages of which this district has failed to comply with the law. I think it's 15280 of having it available on the website. Okay, and for this, these people should be expelled from this district, never to return. And also, you can go on my YouTube site and find the submission that was sent to the district attorney, because this bond oversight committee is illegitimate and has no authority, in fact, based on what this district has done in its formation over it. There's plenty of evidence. You see it on my, go to YouTube, just type Roy Humphries, boom, you go right there and be able to see it all. Thank you.
We have a second speaker this evening, Ms. Kelly Dennehan.
Hi, I'd like to thank everybody. As a PTA president of Blandford, at the time that Mr. Humphries was talking about, I will tell you that several parents did approach our principal, and he was asked to leave Blandford Elementary School at that time. If any further evidence is needed of that, I can contact and am still in contact with that principal, although he's left the district. It's certainly not a made-up story. It's certainly a factual story. There was a man on our campus filming children, that didn't have children on our campus, for a non-open event, and he was asked to leave. The comment that was made on the Buzz is true. And just because he wasn't here at the district, it didn't make it to the district, because we had a principal who handled his children at his school properly and took care of the problem. But I want you to know that the character of Ms. Jackman and Ms. Moreno is exactly correct. There was a correct statement written. I was the president at that time at that school. And if anybody has any questions or would like to speak to the principal who asked Mr. Humphries to leave, you can see me whenever you would like. But just like to know that the characters of these women have been assassinated on YouTube channels and on social media for doing work for our community. They do work for our children. They do work for our school district. They do it for free. They are not women with a million minutes of time on their hand per day. They do it, they make time for our children in this community, and they shouldn't have to constantly be assassinated on social media, on YouTube, or anywhere else because of their work. It's unfortunate that racial slurs and bad things have been said about them and other people, you know, throughout, from our board members of our school district and on. It's unfortunate that this continues, but I would like to tell you that that was a true statement, and I do have proof. Thanks. Nope, you're not to speak to me again.
Oh, thank you.
Would everybody please take a moment to review the minutes from the last meeting? Yeah, I will have to ask you to please abstain from voting.
Abstain?
Yeah. For this part.
Yeah.
Just this part.
Understood.
Oh, and that. Maybe gonna be I'll second. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, please say nay. Motion carries. Mr. Russ, can you please give us an update of the wonderful things that are going on with the Rowan High School project with our property tax funds?
I could share with the CBOC first that I've asked both presenters to be brief tonight and to hit the main points, because I know you have some work to do with your annual plan, and I want to give you all the respect for your time to have as much time as needed to do your annual plan.
Okay, Russ Desmeyer, I'll give you an update on the Rowan High School project. You see all these staff reports, basically outlining the theater, kitchen, NPR building, which is now under construction. So I'll go into it in detail. I will give you a couple picture updates. This should be the progress on the south side of the exterior stage. This is also the south side of the landfill.
last year was, sit in with, well, I sat in with the architects when they gave their presentation to the parents at Oswald, and met with parents and watched them have their conversations. There was a few parents that were a little concerned, and their fears seemed to be go away. It mostly seems to be about construction noise opposed to anything else was their main concern. So they're gonna adhere to time. I know a few of the parents wanted the traffic to slow down, the speed limit to be lowered, and the city won't let his refusal to do so. So that's not anything that we have control over.
I would think there would be, that's traffic right there, just keep it on the one lane. Right?
Yeah, and then the other thing that Alex had mentioned for the Walnut, and we might have to bring him in because I might need a little more application. He was looking into getting the flashing light up crosswalks, but the city wasn't happy with that.
There's kids that do those.
Why would the city oppose it?
They actually came back to him and said that they could actually raise the speed limit if they chose to do so.
Well, why would you
Well,
oppose the
pass those
flashing?
red lights.
I'm not entirely sure, that would be an Alex question.
They were opposed in front of Blackford. They were opposed by the county in front of Blackford for two reasons, the dots on the street.
This year, how many members attend the
Who was
council?
opposed to it? What
City council.
Walnut.
Walnut City Council.
Walnut.
Probably because Walnut City Council is very possessive of their school district, and they, and a school like Oswald in their school district, they don't want.
I'm sure that has a lot to do with
And
it.
how bad.
It was Yvette, I, and Alex that went to Calhoun.
Two, right? Three?
Two, was Alex.
Who's interested?
Because I suggest just mention to my girl, I tell this year. Other you? You, right?
Yeah, she went for the first time.
No, the two new member attend, right?
No, I went with Yvette and Alex.
Well, just mention
Gerald couldn't go.
two member went there. Is there any way, because the people are looking to do, sidewalks, right?
Two sidewalks.
Do you remember the one?
For what?
Just mention.
Oh, the sidewalk? Okay. Well, with the one last month, we were there last month.
Probably, because we had two.
So we had one in March.
Yeah, so March we went to.
Yes, I do. I do. It has a lot of.
So we want to add the dates.
Senior director.
Because that's just the other, right?
Yeah.
Because
Went over
not
here.
everybody knows how it's supposed to be, so, you know.
The grand opening for the library.
I know you can't use
For the
it.
day.
The dates there.
One day was this cow.
Oh, they're hoping that. Follow the red order. Not like, I should say, yeah, I'm not.
When do I present this?
Not this opening, but the next one. It's, yes, just.
You need.
No, that one's this one. I mean, we have to do this. No, there's,
What it is you got
Street?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
And then June 18th. I want to make it 18th.
Yes.
We did the 12th here as a meeting, and this we had on the state to do to that. Yeah, so June 12th.
Anybody else have anything else to add? Okay.
Thank you, Natalie, all working. Put it together.
So the only updates and I'll give them to you.
do you have the dates?
I do in the big book. Because we were there and we had meetings there, so
I would be able to.
I have it in the big book. And I bring the big book with me all the time if I'm in there, going back 3 years.
Can I make a change?
Yes. That's what we're discussing.
Under the part where it says,
This is ready to be axed and chopped. I just kind of,
no, I know, I just have literally. Under, on page 2, under the 5th paragraph where it says the CBOC has received a completed audit, there were no findings.
yes,
I would like to.
that needs to be.
I would like to add that they did not identify any deficiencies in internal control over compliance that they would consider material weaknesses.
Okay.
And here's the-
Oh, thank you. I like that verbiage.
It's theirs.
Okay, that will be added.
And that's the verbiage from their actual
That
report.
is the various verbiage.
Do we not?
A lot of words subverted, but,
Last year, go back.
yeah, I did. It was recycled.
It's just very
Hence the 5 instead of 7. And then we'll go ahead and add the dates and the verbiage from the actual auditors. Now, we have committee or staff comments. We had originally had another meeting scheduled for June 12th, in case we do not make quorum to do the annual report in this meeting.
I was still in, that would take a long night or something.
Well, I want consensus before we cancel it. We had set aside June 12th because we present the report to the board on June 18th. So we had set aside June 12th as another meeting in case there was no quorum for this meeting, and it gave us another opportunity to work collectively as a group on the report. So I'm inclined to cancel that meeting.
Can I ask a committee question? Would this report be ready to be presented to the board on June 5th? The next board meeting?
Yeah.
Just minor changes.
There's minor changes.
I may not be here June 18th, but selfishly I'm asking that question so I can be here. But I'd love to hear what the report has to say.
Okay. We can do that. So I would need to be on the agenda for June 5th. any and all who would love to come and help present, it would be more very welcome. You're gonna be there? She's like, you were happy volunteering me here.
Volunteering people.
You guys vote on it?
Gee, I think that's the first time I've heard you say.
Somebody else?
It's not working that well.
What was that?
It will be on website, right? Our annual report.
It'll be on the website once it's presented to the board.
Once it's presented. But I'm gonna give this to, media services to make it pretty. So that they won't change any of the verbiage, any of the words, but they'll throw in some beautiful pictures.
You guys ever vote on it?
It was just a discussion, I don't have it slated for a vote, but, are we in consensus?
Does it need to be voted on?
I don't think so.
No, it's consensus.
But I would like consensus, because this is a team effort. Thank you. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Was there a roll call consensus? I didn't see a roll call consensus. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to ever think that it was a report done by one person. That's why I stepped out and didn't want to be part of it. Just, I mean, I think it'd be.
I can do a roll call consensus.
Yeah.
Including email, everything.
Final
Final
version.
version.
No, it was in account. Individually.
Email the final version.
Yes. I'll have Elizabeth email individually. If I email you all the working product individually, then it is a meeting. And we don't violate the primary. Mr. J?
Yes.
Ms. Renales?
Yes.
Ms. Romo? Yes. Ms. Jackman?
Yes.
Ms. Zong?
Yes.
And I am a yes. Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion to close the meeting?
By the way,
Oh.
so do we cancel June 12th?
We're canceling June 12th.
Okay, so no meeting next month.
No meeting June
So we're going to make July, September.
July 31st.
What, July meeting? July what, 31st?
In all honesty, I'd like to keep the July meeting just so you can see exactly what's going to be going on with our high school site before they open up.
And will the nights be complete by then?
That's what I want to know. It should be because they start in August, but in case it's not, we have them here in front of us.
Our goal is for it to be completed by the time school starts, but our priority is where the kids are at. So our priority is making sure the kitchen's ready so we can serve food, our NPR so the kids can have a place to meet, and the entrance, and the band room, and also the music room where the classes are going to take place. If there's anything that's not scope ready for the beginning, which would be our Performing Arts Center, and even if it's ready for a Performing Arts Center, we're not going to open our Performing Arts Center until we have a new full-time position that's going to be a stage manager that is going to oversee that building. It's a very large investment of money, and we want to protect it, and we want to make sure that we utilize it correctly. It is a state-of-the-art Performing Arts Center, which has like 17 different drops in the back and has catwalks on top of it. You know, if we don't have the right person there to train the people to use it, we don't want to cause any injuries like that. So we want to make sure that we have the proper personnel before we open it up. And that right now is being worked with the Personnel Commission to create a job description.
For the kids.
For the kids to use it, but an adult has to oversee it.
Do we rent out for the community?
That is actually one of the things. We are looking to see if we could rent it out to the community so that we can, bring back some money into, for that building so we can use it for other buildings and other things, building projects. So yeah, we are looking at that. And that's why it's a really unique position. That's going to be a position that sometimes works on the weekends, works the weeks. And right now our intention is to have, even though it's housed at Roland High School, if Roland High School wants to use that building, they're going to have to ask permission to use it from that person too, because it's a district Performing Arts Center. But of course, if they're there, they'll have more use to it. I mean, let's be honest.
We plan to let the kids to work?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that the position that we're looking to have, they're gonna have to have some flex schedules because kids are gonna have to be during class, go there, use it, actually after school, use it too, so they're gonna have to have an opportunity to be there, but they have to be supervised at all times by an adult.
Oh, sure.
So if it's during the day with the teacher that's there that goes in there, then that's one thing. We understand that when we finish up our work at Roland High School, there's a small theater there, that there's money in the bond to update the small theater. So during that time when they're working in the small theater to update it, I'm sure the classes will be held in the Performing Arts Center also. So it'll work out perfectly for that. There'll be an intern holiday and things like that. It's really exciting. It's really nice. I have a couple
Yeah.
pictures. You guys want to see it after my phone because Marcus and I toured it today, just to take a look and just.
When we're complete,
It's supposed to be completed this summer.
I know that before our meeting.
It won't be completed before July 31st. We want to get the kitchen for that. We want to get it middle of July because anytime you have a kitchen, you have to have health inspectors that come and inspect, and that takes a long time. So we want to make sure that is done first to get the outside health inspection permits on that. So, you know, I think a lot will be done by the 31st. If we want to have the meeting the 31st there, more than welcome to have the 31st there. We can have it there so we can look at it. I do want to remind everyone that we want to have the company Kobe that designed all of the different you know, financial record things present. They were going to come to this meeting, but since we had this, I thought it would take a lot longer. I apologize. I asked them to come in the summer. And you know, you guys should get credit for it since everywhere we go, we see him and he's presenting on the stuff you guys developed as a CBOC to make it user friendly for people. So I think we gotta see get some discounts from or something.
He was actually at the Cal conference this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So the next meeting is the 31st, and we'll make it at Roland High School.
6:30 again?
I guess please.
Sidewalk, right? Schedule a sidewalk.
Yeah. They're concerned with the time, Marcos? Yes.
No.
Oh. We still have light there.
Yeah, that's what, you read my mind, yes.
July 3rd.
You still have my mind.
August 15th or
It starts every year earlier.
Just a reminder, because we're meeting on site, wear appropriate shoes, you know.
And we'll find a classroom to have the meeting, and then for the meeting, we'll be able to adjourn, to be able to do so.
One other meeting,
Huh?
one of their very nice meetings.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to see if we can, if by any chance the staff lounge is done by then. It'd be nice to have it there, there's a little patio area
Yes.
outside. I really want you guys to take advantage and feel it, you know, so if possible.
Very good.
It's good lighting too.
I need a motion.
Second.
Motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:15. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries.